How do you feel, Hazy?
Good.
Was that? I'm Wrecker Rick, you're watching Murphy's Diesel. For the next 2 days, we're gonna be down in southern Arizona doing a massive recovery, folks. Many other towing companies have went out there, looked at the job, and said they couldn't do it. We've got a Toyota Sequoia that went off of a 300-foot cliff. And we don't have a lot of time. The Forest Service is already coming down on them to get it out of their land. This vehicle was the family's only means for transportation. Not only do they have the heavy burden of buying a new vehicle, they have also been burdened with having to pay for a recovery on this Toyota Sequoia. So we're headed down there to get this thing out and not charge them a dime. We're gonna grab Midnight Express and hit the road. Stand by, folks. Ready to go on a recovery?
Yeah. Don't forget the drone, Dad.
Are you bringing your cactus? T-Money's going to jump off of a cliff, folks. So.
If I die, make sure to sue the place and get a lot of money.
I'm pretty sure you have to sign a form that says you won't sue them if you die. Yeah.
Well, I scribbled so they won't be able to tell if it's my signature or not.
Okay.
So
Take
you could
care.
like fight it in court.
Love you.
Love you.
See y'all later. Have fun.
Monday in to the Midnight Express.
We're getting on the road. We've got the girls loaded up.
Always the gentleman.
I'm begging you, come here. I'm a virus. I'm a virus.
I'm a malicious software.
Hi, I'm calling today to renew your vehicle's warranty.
It's a virus, folks. Oh, thanks to today's sponsor, NordVPN, I don't have to worry about viruses or malicious software
Hi, I'm calling to renew your vehicle's warranty.
or scam phone calls. Thank you, NordVPN, for protecting me while I'm on the internet. NordVPN believes in an open and free internet, as do I. I spend a lot of time on the internet for my businesses, folks, especially when I'm editing videos for you guys, just like this one. That's why I use NordVPN's built-in next-generation antivirus. NordVPN seeks to intercept threats at the source, unlike traditional antivirus that wait until the malicious file is already on your device. NordVPN has it all: antivirus, anti-scam, anti-phishing, anti-malware, anti-tracking, and scam call filtering. All of these tools in an on-digital security app for protection from everyday threats, like those little viruses and scammers that we're just hearing. It's available on all major platforms, and it can be used on 10 different devices. The thing I like most is NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. If you try it and you're not satisfied, you get your money back. Upgrade your online protection with an all-in-one security app. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal, plus 4 months extra at nordvpn.com/Murphy'sDiesel. It's risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. I can't see shit out of these things. Where are we headed, gals?
Two Brook Awakenings.
It's called Brood Awakenings, and we're headed there to get some coffee and a bagel, because that was the only way I could get Smoke to go this morning. I had to agree to get her a bagel.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Wrecker Rick's probably gonna need some coffee.
And a bagel.
And I'm one hard Rick, so I won't be having anything. Maybe an iced tea.
Because Dad is Bigfoot and Dad like.
Smoke is 100% sure that I am Bigfoot.
Hey Dad, can I order my own food?
I suppose. I kind of like ordering your food, though, because it makes me feel like a dad.
You can do the money and I can say it.
You girls are getting too big too fast.
I want Daddy to order my food.
Okay, Smoke, I'll do it. Stand by, folks.
Okay, sorry about that. Go right ahead.
Can we please have a pink lemonade?
Alrighty, what else can we get started for you?
And love you, Dad.
Love you, Dave. We've got about 65 miles, folks, to get to this recovery. 30 of it's on paved road and 35 of it's on dirt road. We're going from northern Arizona all the way to southern Arizona on back roads. Stand by, because it's a long, windy road. Fun fact for you, right here on Perkinsville is where we drop off the Mogollon Rim. We drop about 1,500 feet in elevation, and it's almost immediately. It goes from Ponderosa Pines to Cedars. Right now we got a mix of both. It's pretty cool. Fun fact for you, Perkinsville Road was put in here to support the copper mines down in this area. And it also supported the railroad. There's the Verde Canyon Railroad, where they used to haul copper and ore and all that stuff into the little towns around here, like Jerome. A little bit of Arizona history for you. They used to call me Historian Rick.
Do they have a dog?
This is the Verde Canyon Railroad right here. Now you could ride the train up in here and just sightsee. It's pretty cool. There's a couple little ranches out here. Arizona is still full of working cattle ranches. And it just follows the Verde River. The Verde River is like one of the only places that has water around here. When I was in high school, we used to actually ditch and come down here and drink sodas, and hang out by the river. And when I say a river, I mean like a little trickle of water. I wasn't joking, folks, when I said it was a trickle of water. But it's a nice trickle of water. Mrs. Rick or Rick probably don't think so. They got one of those little trickles of water on every corner in Tennessee.
We called them creeks, and they were bigger than your rivers.
At least I didn't have to travel 1,500 miles to find a man.
No, you just had to wait for a woman to arrive on your doorstep.
Women come from far and wide for Arizona men. This is where legends are born, actually.
I don't know the thing that her driving all by herself.
Look at all that old mining equipment down there. They're mining copper out of there. These are old copper mines. Pretty cool, huh, folks? They used to call me Copper Miner Rick. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's one thing I've never done is mining. They used to call me Bullshit Rick. Welcome to the quaint little town of Jerome. Fun fact for you, Jerome is a ghost town. Spirit room, folks. I've drinking many of haunted beers, sodas in that place, let me tell you.
Can we go there?
Not me.
Almost there, last 4 miles to go. How about this road, Dayton? I'll tell you what, the old ride in the Midnight Express sure doesn't compare to HB.
That is true. It is very whiplashy.
Murphy's Diesel Builds, you need to do something about that immediately. Boy, the last 2 miles are always the worst, folks.
Oh my gosh! Hey!
It's a little dramatic, but it is rough.
Smoke! How rough is this truck?
So rough.
Dan, how rough is it?
Starting to climb up the mountain. It's getting pretty steep. This whole thing's like a billy goat. She's just crawling right on up in here. I don't even know if I'm gonna have to put it in 4-wheel drive. Reminds me of HB Part 1. I think me and the Midnight Express are gonna get very well acquainted. Jealous, babe?
As long as I get to be involved, no.
Well, we can kick these little FTs out of the back seat and you could be as involved as you'd like. This road just keeps getting worse and worse, doesn't it, Smoke?
The old Midnight Express does not have rear steer.
I'll tell you what, folks, this old gal doesn't mess around. She might be long, but she plows through just about anything. Old Midnight. Imagine if Midnight and HB bred. Then you'd have the best of both worlds.
Did you hear me how narrow this is?
It's a good thing we're in the Midnight Express because it's a lot narrower than HB. HB does too, it just makes its own trail. But I believe we're right up in that area right there. According to the GPS coordinates, we're gonna go up the road a little further. The only problem is my truck's pointing the wrong way to haul this thing out of here. Stand by, folks. Look at that majestic son of a... We're gonna get her turned around and back all the way up in here. Because it gets too bad up here, we won't be able to turn around. Don't be scared, Hazel. There's a hole right there. Just about went off in that bad, Larry. Now we're backing up with diesel.
Big rock.
Let's hop out and take a look, folks. Oh yeah, I'll be able to get around that. Folks, I've got the biggest giveaway of my career. We're giving the 55 away. My pride and joy. Go to murphysdieselstore.com and get yourself a Conqueror shirt. Limited edition, folks. You can only get those right now. Or get yourself one of the OG Mountain logo shirts. I do. Get yourself an I Heart Snatch blocks. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Tighten up.
Or get yourself, my personal favorite, a standby shirt. Or get yourself, it's about to get Western, folks. No more. You can hand it to me. Finally, last but not least, our bestseller and Mrs. Wrecker Rick's favorite, our Hellboy shirt. That's murphysdieselstore.com. Get entered to win today, folks, before it's too late. You don't want to miss out on this blue collar dream. There it is. Pretty gnarly road. Worst part about it is like all the shale rock, because it's just soft and sloughing off. And I looked this up on Google Maps and Onyx, and one of the problems that I see is I didn't realize how big this bluff is right here. I have had to for a good 45 minutes solid. Oh yeah. Whew. Looks like this is a scouting mission, folks. Very dangerous to have the kids here. That thing's about 300 feet off of there. I'm thinking second truck, because the problem we're going to run into, this road base is very narrow, just wide enough for that tow truck to sit on. It's going to want to pull my tow truck off the edge because I'm not going to have enough anchorability. I don't have enough room right here to, in other words, get it cocked off the side so it pulls off the back corner or straight off the back. The plan is I'm going to bring HB right there sideways, and then I'm going to set Midnight Express up right here sideways. And I mean, this is vertical right here, folks. All these jagged rocks sticking out, they're going to catch this Toyota Sequoia as I'm dragging it up out of there, and it's going to cause resistance. The only other option is run a winch line up to that big tree up on top of there, and then back down to my wrecker to anchor it, which would work if I had HB here. But the problem is Midnight Express only has 2 winches, so I'm going to burn up one winch going up there, and I'll only have one winch to drag this thing up out of here, and I'm going to want multiple winches. Now the other problem that I'm going to have is once I try to come up on this deck right here, because that's vertical, it's not going to break over. If I got 2 wreckers here, I'll be able to drag the backside up on the deck. The most concerning part is just the kids. Me and Mrs. Wrecker Rick could probably get this thing up out of here right now with Midnight Express. Probably take us about 5 hours, but I don't want to be worried about the kids the entire time. Let's go down here and get eyes on this thing. It's an old pair of bifocals. He used to call me Bifocal Rick. Tell you what, we got some trash to clean up, that's for sure. It's a long ways up there. Looks like a tire holding air in the back. We got 1 roller so far. 2 rollers. 3 rollers. Psh, what are the odds? Coming off of that. Now we're going to check the route out. I'm going to crawl up this rock wall where we got to go out at. See if it's going to be feng shui. Stand by. Sure would be nice to have a winch line right now. Oh, my glasses. It's a full can of Raid. And then we got to drag it right up this rock wall. This is where we're going to get hung up. This is where I'm going to be happy I got 2 trucks connected to that bad Larry. I mean, look at this. All the way up. It's a good thing they used to call me Rock Climber Rick. Yeah, it's pretty steep right there.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, right?
Oh, I lost my wedding ring.
You did? Oh, you're kidding me. I'll come back tomorrow early and look.
Lost my wedding ring. Alright, folks, we're going to get HB standby.
Please do not fall down in the ditch.
That's a little bit bigger than a ditch there. That's a canyon. What do you think about that recovery, babe?
That it's way worse than the stinking picture show, which I don't know why I'm surprised. It didn't look like an extreme recovery.
Oh, gotcha.
Does that make sense? It looked like easy peasy. It's so much worse. Pictures don't do justice.
A lot of times we get pictures from the folks. We look it up on GPS. You just can't tell unless you check it out for yourself.
I guess the cameras are wrong and the pictures are wrong.
All right, we got a little predicament. We got Wrecker Rick who needs a tire swap on Hellboy because he's on a trail that Hellboy is too big for. What Rick wants is us to pull 4 of these tires off, put them on here. We have got the Hellboy downgraded to some 52s. That's kind of weird to say. She's downgraded to 52s. She has lost probably over a foot in width. She's looking pretty good. We'll get her loaded up.
Bye, Smoke. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, Dayton. Love you.
Bye, love you. That's bye, Papa.
Have a good day, okay? Be good for Grandma.
The girls are going to hang out with OG Wrecker Rick and Grandma today.
Grandma's making pancakes.
See you later. Looking good with that long travel CA technology suspension and those 35-inch Maxxis tires. Stand by, folks. We're hitting the road. We made it to the drop point. So we got the two wreckers here. Midnight Express kind of looks small sitting there. And HB is not even on its 58s. It's on 52-inch Michelins. Eat your heart out, Matt. Now my wrecker can go places yours can. Not that it couldn't before. We just run everything over. We're going to air the tires down. We're going to get on the trail. Stand by. It's a family affair, folks. Brother Crowbar's here. Are you ready?
Ready?
Are you?
Yeah.
And Brandon's driving HB. Who's that tall drink of water behind us?
Hellboy? Fasten
Yeah.
seatbelt securely.
Excuse me.
You like the way he looks?
Looks like a tall drink of water. Those are 52-inch tires, which we normally run 58-inch tires. They are 6 inches shorter, and they're about 4 inches narrower, and then the offset of the wheels is about 8 inches narrower on each side. That's why it looks so much different. But this is a really narrow trail, so we need a narrower set of wheels on it. Stand by, folks. Good morning. Just a little hiker out here, getting him some steps in this morning, folks. Probably what we ought to be doing instead of a recovery. We probably ought to be in church.
We should. We're missing church today for the recovery.
It's a day of rest, so we're going to take it easy. T-Money's getting ready to jump off her cliff. Stand by, folks.
Hell yeah. You got it, T-Money. Let's go, T-Money! All right. It's going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Woo! That'll be sick. One good old crisp high five. Smash!
Mom, Dad, it finally happened. We lost somebody. Nah, I'm joking. She's down there. You can't see her, though. What up, T-Money? Oh, yeah. You were screaming the whole time.
You know, I closed my eyes and then I opened them and I was kind of just like in the air. So then I screamed.
Turns out that's what happens when you jump off cliffs. I'll give you a crisp high five.
Yes!
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Yes. Road, right?
It's windier than a well digger's out here today. We made it to the turnoff where Midnight Express will be backing in and Hellboy's going straight in. Time to bring Midnight Express in. Maybe I should add a spotter. There's that old boulder. Look at HB, just getting down some narrow trails.
Rear steer that way a little. Okay, come up. And then when you get to that rock, just slide by it.
Looking good.
That's one of the coolest trucks I've ever seen in my life.
You ought to see it with its real tires on it.
That's not its normal tires?
No, those are little. What's wrong? What's funny?
I don't like heights.
You're scared of that little drop off?
Looks a lot worse from in here, I think, maybe. I don't know.
That's quite the drop off. Brandon doesn't do heights, folks. He can drive anything, anywhere, but you put him on a cliff like this, he starts asking ChatGPT how to unzip his pants. This is where he went off. Rear steer that way a little, just a little bit, right there. Steer your front this way a little.
Go! Yep.
Oh yeah. Rear steer your back that way just a little bit. Right there. Come on. Rear steer that way. Right there.
Come help me get my truck in here now.
You're making me nervous.
You're about to go sideways across that rock wall right there.
Alright folks, this rock is right in the way of the Midnight Express. So she's going to have to come out of there. It's a good thing I got a boom. So we're going to roll the rock out and then we'll use the boom to get underneath it and roll it over the edge. Stand by. Hold it. We'll hook that right there. Roll it back out. Okay. Perfect. That's pretty anticlimactic.
Come on. Oh, yes.
But get the freaking oil.
Gay. Super gay. Alright, let's wrap it up. Well, the most important thing is the rock's out of our way now. Pretty anticlimactic though. I wish I would have climaxed on that one. Now I can back into position, folks. Stand by. He's good.
Hey, you're in the wrong wall.
We're getting our booms out, folks. We're gonna rub tips. We're getting the wrecker set up, and then we're gonna start running cables down, and then we're gonna jerk this thing out. So I'm thinking I'll dig a little hole right here for HB to set its tire in, so it's not so tippy. Probably should have brought dynamite. Now these tires will fall down in a hole and it'll help it stay planted up here, because we're on like a bunch of shale and it just wants to slough off.
Very unstable. Not that my husband minds, or you probably. Are you scared? I'm a little nervous.
Show me the other one. It's gonna be fun coming over that. They used to call me Repeller Rick. These winch lines ain't gonna like that rock. This rock's really sharp. We're gonna need some extensions. We're about 50 foot shy, folks. So I'm gonna crawl up there, go get some extensions, bring the other cables down, bring my rigging down, stand by.
The man, the legend.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I basically just climbed El Cap with some ropes. Coming at you, Rick! Thanks, Rick! Here's some more, Rick! Stand by! Thanks, Rick! I'll tell you what, that Rick is something else. He just saved me a trip of hiking all the way back up there. Unbelievable. What a guy. If you guys knew Rick the way I do, you'd think the same thing. Handsome, tall, articulate, beautiful beard. Great big oak. Now we gotta get the Midnight Express winch lines down there.
Wrecker Rick was telling Cody and Brandon to make sure that they leave 5 wraps on the winch drum.
Which one's that? Passenger? Oh, we got a couple more wraps. 2 wraps.
I'll tell you what, folks, this thing is not in that bad a shape for coming off of that. I mean, Matt's a little bit better at recovery, so I believe he'd probably air the tires down and drive it out. But we're gonna have to use 2 off-road wreckers to get out of here. Honestly, it's only got 1 flat tire. The rest of them roll. Unbelievable. We're gonna get rigged up. Stand by. Yeah, we're gonna be out of here by lunchtime. Pulling the slack out, folks.
Going! I'm the throttle master today. If I can get in this, don't work.
Crowbars on the controls.
Dr. Rick says tell the swamper to get the lead out.
You're the swamper.
You're the swamper.
I'm the videographer. I'm the camera girl. I'm the second most important person.
Okay, tell him to idle it down.
Idle it down.
Tell him to clean the fat out of his ears. Huh? Clean the fat out of your ears. Has he never seen Between Two Ferns before?
He's still talking to you, Crowbar.
I know.
It's in love, though.
Here's what we got going, folks. We're running 4 winch lines down here. We're putting a snatch block on the end of each wrecker. And then that way we've got double the line pull, double the distance. We got control. We could steer this thing up the rocks with each wrecker. It's gonna work out great. Once we get to the top, we'll use Hellboy to pull the back up on the road. We'll throw this on the sling, because remember, we still gotta tow this through all that. Stand by. Let Mrs. Wrecker Rick have the control. She knows how to run it.
I can.
Get off of it and clean the fat out. Mrs. Wrecker Rick could actually do this better than all of us. She understands ego, and she knows that if she stepped in here and handled this, that it would shatter every one of our egos at this point in time.
Mrs. Wrecker Rick is trying to DoorDash lunch out here.
Yeah, that'd be big. They show up in a little mini rock crawler. Thinking I might want to grab a hold of this wheel right here.
Don't you want it to roll, though? Or are you thinking just to spin the front over?
To bring the front over. If I pull on that, it'll pull the wheel the way I want it to go. Capiche? You're going to learn a little bit about recovery today here, Brando.
I would have just drove it out.
Well, it might be drivable now, but I guarantee it ain't going to be drivable after I drag it up that rock face. Nope. Man, we're going to be like shy of 10 feet. Man, I'm so fucking close. How many wraps is on there?
There's like 5 wraps. Boom, Midnight Express in.
Okay.
Tell me to get the fat out. All right, snap this one up. All right, folks, we're ready to pull. We're gonna drag this whole fat lady up out of here. We got all the trash cleaned up around it. We've got our rigging rigged up. Got 2 winch rings on it, 1 per wrecker. Plenty of line pull. I'm hooked up to my tire right here to get this thing turning. I'm gonna head up and start getting Mrs. Wrecker Rick and Crowbar set up on the wreckers. I'm gonna be running up and down the hillside, making sure everything's feng shui. Stand by.
Oh yeah, grab that steel cable, babe. That's what I thought.
Wonder if that's what it's like climbing Everest.
My in-laws just called and said that Hazel may have broke her arm at home. They were watching them so that we could do this recovery and not have to worry about them. Let's get this thing pulled up out of here so I can get home and probably meet my in-laws at the hospital with Hazel. Hazel's our youngest. She's the one that we call Smokey Bear.
That's my phone.
For those of you just following along.
Get my cruise control set on OHB here. It's go time, folks. Crowbar's on HB, I'm on Midnight Express. Start pulling. If your tow truck starts coming to you, let me know. Pull. Okay, pull a little. So we're not in neutral, folks. It's just dragging. We're going to go ahead and re-rig now, take it off the wheel now we got it to turn. And then we're going to try to get it in neutral instead of dragging it all the way up out of there. So it'll be an easier pull. It's already pulling my truck off the ground.
So far, he's come about 15, maybe 20 foot up the embankment. I'm your drone operator today. So everybody buckle up. Keep all hands and feet inside of your seat, please. And let's have a safe flight. I am waiting for my in-laws to call and let me know how Smokey Bear is doing because she did fall asleep after crying. My father-in-law said that he can tell that her arm is hurting her super, super bad. He doesn't think that it's broken, but he does think that we need to go get an x-rayed.
Alright folks, we got a neutral. Round 2. Better?
Looks like it's rolling.
Seems like it's winching better up here.
Rick and Brandon got it re-rigged and it's coming up like a puppy dog. Fingers crossed.
What was that?
I think it just popped off a rock up halfway up. Alright, stop. Both the rings just popped off.
Put mine back on, then Crowbar. Then I'll take mine, and then Crowbar can put his back on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put that on. Put the snatch block on there with that.
We're gonna put our rigging over to the passenger side of the Toyota Sequoia because we need to steer it driver's side to go around that big boulder up there.
Need a little slack!
Alright, bring it in. So I'm heading back up. We're going to start pulling again. Stand by. I feel like Sylvester Stallone in Cliffhanger.
Midnight Express is doing most all the pulling.
Okay, go ahead, Crowbar.
Okay, we're going up against a rock ledge down here.
Go, Crowbar.
You've made it over the rock ledge with the front tire. Here in about 3 more feet, you're going to hit the second rock ledge, and I think it's going to pull it towards Hellboy.
Hey, do we want to go towards Crowbar or close to him?
You want it to go straight up right now. You're just to the ledge. Both of you pull at the same time right now. It'll pop up over this ledge.
Well, I can steer it if you tell me which way it needs to go, passenger or driver.
Need to start going passenger now. Okay, go passenger. Needs to start coming more passenger, I think. It looks like it's heading for that bush, kinda. Yeah, we're definitely past the boulder. It's by the... Okay.
Alright folks, I gotta crawl back down there and re-rig this bad Larry so we can start pulling it passenger side. We steered around the rock. Now I need to hook back to the driver's side, steer around that. Give me some slack on my car. That's good. Alright, snap it up.
We're pulling, folks.
Up, girl.
You're heading straight for that big rock right in the middle of both your winches.
We have another obstacle, folks. This rock right here. So I'm gonna have to re-rig so we can steer it around this big old boulder. Stand by, folks.
No joke, that's a guy's ring. He just found his ring. What are the odds of that? It's just sitting right there. Huh. You really can't tell how steep this is, but I mean, I guess you could say I'm maybe the second recovery for the day. Although I'm not stuck, there's a good high possibility of sliding down that. Look at that, we're good.
We're pulling, folks. Take 47.
Hold on.
Just like I suspected. She's turning. I'm a genius.
Let me catch up. right, go ahead.
My in-laws just called and said that Smoke woke up from her nap, and every time that she moves her arm, it hurts. But as long as she keeps it still or straight, it doesn't hurt.
We got it up to the landing. Now things can get pretty tricky, folks. We're gonna have to use the drag winch off of HB, snatch block off of Midnight Express to the Sequoia to hold it there while we remove the rest of the rigging.
Oh, hey guys, Sled Dog Boggs here, and I found the guy's wedding ring, and I thought I would try to give it back to him.
Hey, what are you doing with my wedding ring? That's mine. It goes right here on my hand.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
Sorry.
Thanks, Sled Dog Boggs. You're the best.
Oh, would you marry me?
I do. That's the best I could do, folks. I lost all my audio right here.
Let this off. Hook it over here.
Now I run a low line from a snatch block to keep it from rolling over when we bring it up on top.
Okay, snap this up.
It'll hold the passenger side down while the driver's side's hanging off the cliff.
You guys probably feel like big stupid dummies right now, don't you? It's okay, guys. I don't expect you to be as knowledgeable as Wrecker Rick.
I don't know.
You don't know my next move. What is it?
Let me show you. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that's a horrible idea.
You gotta go through the strong part of the Toyota emblem.
Well, I guess I'm gonna just shut up now. That was my next move. Couple of geniuses. Crowbar is Maximus. Go ahead and snugger up, Crowbar. Hold on, hold on. I had it on the wrong side of my line.
Pull your head out of your Wrecker Rick.
Thanks, babe. Somebody's gotta call me on my...
Now that I've got HB's drag winch holding the front of the Sequoia up in place of the boom winches, I can run the boom winches down to the back of the Sequoia and drag it up on the landing. I got one ran low and one high to keep it from rolling over as I drag it up on top. It's an old Indian trick, folks.
And it's raining, in case you can't tell that on camera.
gonna get the Midnight Express in position to tow it now. We gotta tow it back out of here. Stand by. Let me have some cable here.
We don't want to slide first head.
We're hitting the road, folks. Before it gets too wet, we don't want to find out what this is like when it's slick. Okay, we're going to slowly roll out of here. We're going to leave HP's winch line hooked to it. If it starts trying to fall off the edge, we're going to drag it up on the road again. Stand by. How's it looking, babe?
Slow down, Cody says. Slow down, he says. And you're on the road. Hold.
Pulling me over! Working perfectly! Hold! Okay, let off and unhook me.
Love you.
Love you. Look at that rainbow, folks.
Double rainbow! Double rainbow! That's a double.
You know what makes a rainbow, babe?
What do you call those little short things? Leprechauns.
Close. No, when rays of sunshine shine through the clouds cause the beams to bend, and it causes a rainbow. It bends the light, causing a rainbow.
I'm willing to bet that there's a pot of gold at the end of one of them rainbows with a nasty little leprechaun that's saying my precious.
Possibly.
Are we good? You're loose. You're still good. I have big doubts.
He's good.
He's good? Is that what you just said?
He's good.
His tires, I mean, you're going to be on the edge, literally.
The only thing is this is rock hard right here, so I think we could all grab it and pull it over.
I only bench like 50.
Let's give it a try. Stand by, folks. What's the worst that could happen? Slides off and then jerks my wrecker off the cliff.
You're good. You're good.
Ooh.
The boulder.
Somebody needs to go help Brandon get turned around.
Ready to get turned around?
Yeah. I just need somebody to guide me up over that hump right there.
Brandon, I'll spot you.
Oh my God.
The buttons that say line lock.
Yeah, the push button stuck down. It popped up. I accidentally hit it back down again.
And ever since Wrecker Rick rolled HB at the games, those buttons have been acting up a little bit. The parking brake is stuck in engage and they're trying to disengage it. They're tearing apart the console right now. Got it?
Let's smack it with your knife sometime.
You're good.
A little update on Smokey Bear. She is good for now. My father-in-law, OG Wrecker Rick, got her arm splinted so she can't move it. Just talked to her on the phone and she's all laughing and giggles for now. we'll give you an update on how she's doing tomorrow after we see the orthopedic specialist.
Watch this rock. Straight.
How we looking?
Golden.
That feels so bad. I'm scared of cliffs.
You're good. You already came through here.
Yeah, but I couldn't see the drop off.
That's worse. You got a mile over here. Straight on through.
It's not easy when it starts bleeding that way.
Carry your bag up. Turn that way a little.
Close on that back tire.
I bigger cliffs than that in prison.
It better be a while before I do that again.
We're gonna go jump off the cliff in Moab next week.
Have fun.
That's a big dip. You're gonna go right through it.
Mrs. Wrecker-Rick is starving, so I had to come get her some dinner.
I haven't ate all day. For those of you who say I eat too much, it's a lie.
My wife made you guys some banana bread to take with you on the road.
Oh,
and
thank
some
you.
cookies too.
Nice.
Oh, sweet. Where do you want us to put this bad, Larry?
As far back into the alley as you can get it.
Hi, I'm Tiffany.
Nice to meet you,
Good to meet you.
You're clear of the van. I just can't see the fence on your side. You're still good. That's good, he said.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there you go.
We would be completely screwed without you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. I mean, we have a new car coming hopefully in like 6 or 7 days. We got a loaner from Dad.
Oh, cool.
And there's, we're a single earning household, so
Yeah.
you guys were so phenomenal, and thank you so much for making me laugh today.
Yeah. You're
Because
welcome.
while I wasn't in the best mood when I got up there today, and watching you run around with your crazy energy was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Glad I can put a smile on your face and help you get your car back, but we got about a 3-hour drive, so.
Yeah, please get out of here.
Blue hands.
Here, look at mommy and say cheese for daddy.
Dad, I can eat cat done. We know it, we were besties. But
How do you feel, Hazy?
good. Love you, Dad.